Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I promised you an empty flat tour of my last flat, but unfortunately that wasn't really possible. I was planning on filming it after the cleaners had been to the flat, but it turned out that it would have taken me like 2 or 3 hours waiting there, and they just dropped the keys off to our agency, so I actually never ended up coming back to the flat. So I thought I'll show you what you're seeing right now, which is actually a video I took of my old flat about a year and a bit ago, just before a landlord inspection. So as you can see, Tate is quite small here, so it must have been summer last year. I think this must be about July or something like that. And that is the state in which my flat was in then. So I'm really sorry that I can't show you a completely empty flat tour, which would have been, a lot nicer. But I hope this is helpful to you too. So this is obviously the bedroom. We've already zapped through the living room. But yeah, this is the bedroom. It's a decent size. I really liked this bay window, and I liked that all the ceilings were really high in this flat. The wooden floor was okay. It wasn't in the best state ever, but it was okay. I really liked living here, the road was really nice. So this flat was in Honor Oak Park, really near a really nice pub, and there was a lot of children there. So this is the hallway. Got a little Rick and Morty reference there. So this hallway leads to the kitchen. I'm really sorry this video is quite quick, but again, it was just like a reference for the inspection. But yeah, this was the kitchen. Didn't love the colour, but lived with it. Decent size actually, really nice for cooking in there. The finishes on things weren't great, but again, it was completely fine. The floor is vinyl, it's not wood, and it was ripped in many places, so that wasn't very nice. You can see a dehumidifier there because this flat was quite damp, as a lot of London flats are. But I really liked this kitchen just because it was big, and it had a washing machine, and it had a big fridge freezer. The only thing it was lacking was a dishwasher, but well, whatever. Now we're going out to the garden, which you have seen in many of my vlogs, but it was actually, I think, a pretty big garden. But you'll see it now. Not the best state that it's in right there, because this is very shortly after we moved in, I think. I think this was about... Yeah, we lived there about 7 months or something, so we got some vegetables, but there's no flowers or anything yet. But it's in an okay shape, so the grass wasn't there before either, but this is all weeds. But yeah, I think it's a decent-sized garden. And now we're entering the bathroom, last room of the flat. And it has a full-size bath and a shower, which was nice. But it was a pretty badly built extension, unfortunately, so it did have some issues with damp as well. But I liked that it had many windows, and overall it was an okay bathroom. I'm not going to complain about it too much. But yeah, so this is the super quick flat tour, but I'm going to talk a little bit longer, so I'm now going to just put you onto black, or maybe a static image. Or let's just walk through the whole flat again, because I have more to say. So yeah, this is the living room again. So there's some specs about this flat. This is a converted Victorian flat, like a conversion, Victorian conversion. So a very, very common type of flat. As you can see, most of the features have been ripped out. There was fireplaces, at least in 2 of the rooms that are no longer there. There's a little bit of cornice, I think, left, but it's not the original one, I wouldn't think. None of the windows are original, and the floor isn't original, so that's just kind of what you'll find a lot. People just buy like Victorian houses and then split them into flats and just kind of rip out all the character, which I think is really sad. But this is a 1-bedroom flat with a garden, and again, this is in Honor Oak Park in London, and the rent for this flat was £1,100 without bills, and this is the same price that it went on the market for again when I left, and I know that someone took this flat for that price as well. So I'm originally moved into this flat in 2017, but it stayed the same price. So yeah, and the area is Honor Oak Park. It was about a 5 to 6 minute walk to Honor Oak Park station. Really like the area. I would very much recommend living there if you are in London and you've never lived in South London. I was a bit skeptical about South London, but I have to say I really, really liked it. It was very quiet, and yeah, this flat I know if you follow my channel, you know this flat has given me a lot of grief, mostly because the landlord was a bit of a difficult person, but the flat itself I really liked. I didn't like that they took all the character out, and I didn't like that it had a lot of problems, but I like the layout, I like the size of it. I think it's a good size for a 1-bedroom flat in London, for the price especially. I just enjoyed living here a lot, and I think that we made it quite nice. So when we moved in, it didn't look like this. It was very dirty, and it needed a lot of paint, so a lot of the doorways and things we actually painted. There was a lot of chipped paint everywhere before, which we fixed. And yeah, it was a bit frustrating that there was a lot of things we couldn't fix, like this horrible vinyl floor and things like that. And the garden ended up looking loads nicer as well after a while. But again, this video is quite old. But the size was really good. It was almost a bit too big for us, so it was kind of difficult to keep up with it sometimes, because there was a lot of space to be, well, just to upkeep really. So now in my new house, if you've seen my house tour, I have a bit of a smaller garden, and I think it's more manageable. But if you are really into gardening, this is a good sized garden. So yeah, I really hope this was helpful to you. Again, super sorry I couldn't do the empty tour. My planning was a bit shite really in the end, and I just didn't think it would be that stressful and hectic as it was. But hopefully this gave you a good idea. And yeah, see you in my next video. I'm gonna put up a lot more kind of renovation videos and decorating videos of my new house, so I really hope that you will subscribe and check them out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!